Good evening. This is CTV News for Monday, June 12th. I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us. Well, a District Heights man is facing life in prison for a shooting that left the victim dead and a community startled. Joseph Poteet's guilty verdict was handed down late last week. Denise Douglas is standing by at the courthouse in Upper Marlboro with the details.
It's a crime that the state's attorney calls a cold-blooded murder, and the man responsible for it was found guilty here at the courthouse in Upper Marlboro.
Oh my God.
You're doing good.
Okay.
You can hear this anxious woman call 911 for help after this car slams into her apartment building in District Heights.
A car ran through my front apartment window.
Are you able to exit the apartment?
No.
Stay on the line with me while I update the fire department.
Please hurry up. I have a baby.
The Volkswagen Jetta was driven by 32-year-old Marquita Wims, who lost control of it after being shot in the head by this man, Joseph Poteet.
I'm sure it was a very scary situation. Certainly when you watch the video, it's a scary video. It's just not something you're used to seeing. And really here what we have is a defendant who clearly had no respect at all for human life.
27 people had to be evacuated from the building after the incident, which happened back in 2015.
Now, the other people that I hear, are they also trapped or are they just trying to help you out?
No, he's trying to get out.
According to officials, Wims and Poteet had been dating. The night in question, they had an argument, and Poteet used his semi-automatic 9mm pistol to shoot her while she was driving. In this dramatic surveillance video, her car is seen accelerating towards the building. That's when witnesses say Poteet jumped out and ran.
Certainly it is never acceptable to shoot someone, period. That is not the way you respond to an argument. And there's just complete disregard for the life of the victim and the life of everyone around in that apartment complex.
John Erzen with the state's attorney's office says it's still not clear what the motive was, but the guilty verdict ensures that Poteet will pay for his crime.
But regardless of what the motive may have been, certainly never appropriate to use this kind of violence.
Joseph Poteet will be sentenced in August. He is facing life in prison. I'm Denise Douglas, CTV News.
And no one in the neighborhood where the crash occurred was injured. Well, attorneys general Brian Frosh and D.C.'s Karl Racine are suing the President of the United States over what they call unprecedented constitutional violations. The suit was filed in district court this morning, and Byron Scott is joining us with the details.
Well, the parties allege that the president has many conflicts of interest in this case. Well, the suit was filed in the U.S. District Court for the District of Maryland this morning. At issue, they say, is that President Trump violated the anti-corruption clauses in the Constitution known as emoluments by accepting millions of dollars in payments and benefits from foreign governments. Frosh and Racine say Trump's actions put democracy, they say, at risk.
Here's a little about what we know so far about what the president has done. He's pitched the Trump International Hotel to foreign diplomats and to government officials. He appears frequently at Trump establishments using his role as president as a marketing device to raise their public profile. He's paid by companies owned by foreign governments, including China, which lease space at Trump Tower. He continues to take money from foreign governments, including Saudi Arabia, India, Afghanistan, and Qatar, who own property in Trump World Tower and pay him charges associated with those properties.
Again, the reason why we're here is because the President of the United States, in a wholly unprecedented fashion, has decided to maintain a sprawling international business empire that accepts money without account from foreign governments.
Again, that lawsuit filed today, the president having 60 days to respond to the suit. The administration calls it a partisan lawsuit.
So, Byron, what's going to happen next?
Well, again, the president has 60 days to respond to this, but if the federal judge allows it to go forward, Racine and also Frosh are hoping this will allow them to get to see his tax returns to find out exactly where his money is coming from.
Okay, thank you.
It may wind up the same in the Supreme Court.
We shall see. All right, thank you, Byron. Well, the board of directors at Dimensions Healthcare System votes unanimously to approve an agreement to become an affiliate of the University of Maryland Medical System. The definitive agreement, as it's known, is considered an important step with several key milestones to follow. The parties must work toward completing several legal, regulatory, and financial details to complete the transition.